I'd like to thank Rebluum for going through and sending me this security camera to go through and do an honest review on. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. This is a 5 megapixel camera, which is going to go through and give you some great quality. Has night vision and even things like human detection. So you can tell if a human's coming and it'll notify you, send it to the cloud, and it'll notify you on your phone. I'm going to go through and show you how to set this up as I set it up myself. Before we get started with that, a few things just to know. This does have a battery in it, and you use a solar panel to go through and keep it charged. Keep that in mind, to keep it charged. So you can go through and charge this with a USB-C charger first, and as this is going through and charged, then you'll use the solar panel to try to keep it going longer. So you'll be able to use the security camera maybe a month, maybe forever, who knows, until the battery dies. If it goes offline, you would just go through and unconnect this side, which just pops off. You don't have to worry about screws, recharge it, and then put it back up. So once you go through and get this, you want to go and plug it in and charge it. Make sure it's charged all the way. And then when you install it, you'll go through and add the solar panel. When you do that, you want to go through and make sure it's at a 30 to 45 degree towards the horizon. A big thing with this is make sure sun is going to hit it. And also make sure it's not in the way of the camera. If you're going to go through and be seeing the solar panel all the time, that's not going to go through and provide very good security for you. The connection is pretty simple. It's a USB-C, and so is the camera itself. You put them together and you actually go through and screw it closed. This is because it's IP66 waterproof, and you need to go through and have a tighter connection for the camera because of that. So that's going to be really great. This is going to go through and be able to swivel 90 degrees vertically and 355 horizontally. So it's going to almost give you the 360 view. Something else to know about this is you're going to have an app on your phone. This is wireless, so you're going to make sure you can connect it to your router. You want to test it before you start drilling and putting it in. You want to test it to make sure the signal works. Maybe just set it there and practice a bit. It also does have two-way audio, so if someone comes to the door, you can even say, hey, how's it going? Who are you? How can I help you? And wait for their response, and they can respond, and then you can decide where to go from there. Also, there's voice message, a voice changer, and also some other things like anti-theft device where it'll actually flash and make a siren noise during certain times of night. Got a PIR motion detector, and this is going to go through and use cloud services. So keep in mind, you'll get 6 seconds of playback with the cloud service. Let's go through and get the app set up so we can go through and figure out exactly how all this works. So the first thing you're going to do is get the app, which is Cloud Edge. You can go ahead and search for it, or in page 2 of the instruction manual, you can go through and scan the QR code. So I'm going to go through and get this. It's going to come up and ask if you want notifications. If you want it to pop up and say, hey, someone's out there, you need to say allow. If not, your phone's not going to tell you anything. So keep that in mind. We'll choose sign up now at the bottom to go through and create an account. Now we have it set up. So now we're going to go and choose add device. It's going to say, would you like to use Bluetooth? You're going to have to say yes to go through and allow it to find it. So we'll say allow. And here you're going to see the battery camera. We'll go ahead and choose that. Okay, to go through and do this, we need to go into this part at the top. And the one button is the reset and the other is the power. The one on the right is the power, so we'll go through and hit that. And then it's asking us to hold the other one for 5 seconds. Okay, it made a little beeping noise. So basically I just held the button in there. We're gonna go ahead and choose next. So here we're all set up, connected to the Wi-Fi. It was pretty easy. It does capitalize the password on the Wi-Fi automatically. So if you don't start with a capital, make sure you go ahead and lowercase that. Then what we wanna do is get to this point, we're gonna hit next, and we're gonna use the camera to go through and scan the QR code. So it says 5 to 8 inches. Make sure you remove the stuff first. So we're just doing this here. Okay, back on. I think it worked. Added successfully. Okay, good. So for some reason I just had to turn it back on, and then it took it really quick. We'll just say Kevin's home. Now it's saying please use the adapter to fully charge it, which I'm probably about 80% full from my guess. I did let it charge for a while. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do that here. Hey, we see each other. So I'm just looking basically at the screen, but it is upside down. There we go. Okay, so I got a message, and I'm just gonna go through and look at my phone here. Video playback is taking a little bit, but I just also set this up, so it might take a little while the first few tries. You just hold the power button to turn it off and on. Just try again. I feel like that was taking too long. Okay, so we have to go through and open to start the cloud service. And here you'll have some ideas. No time limit. You can choose your plan. You do the basic. After opening, get 6 seconds of cloud storage video for free. So we're going to do that one, but you do have to choose a plan, it looks like. So I'm not going to go through and sign up for a plan right now. However, you could do this, or you could use an SD card. It supports up to 128 gigs. So I'm not gonna be able to show the playback, unfortunately, but basically you'd be able to watch them on your phone, and you can't use other clouds. You have to use theirs from my understanding. So keep that in mind. It's a 30-day cycle storage, no time limit, and play control. You can choose between 2 and 4x. That's a Rebluum solar wireless security camera, 5 megapixels. Question is, would I buy this? I would if I'm going through and purchasing an SD card with it, or if I decide that I want to pay a monthly fee for cloud service. I'd probably go the SD route. That way I can go through and access it that way.